Welcome back to Touring History, the only show where the past is prologue and the prologue has a drinking problem. I'm Lane.
And I'm Dave. Boy, that prologue word gets a lot of use. Today is April 25th, and it's packed, tighter than Al Pacino at a whispering contest. Woohoo! I didn't get that one, but anyway.
Time for birthdays.
That's
We
right.
start with some birthday shout outs. Born on this day in 1599, Oliver Cromwell, who
Yeah.
overthrew the English monarchy, banned Christmas, and still somehow didn't make it onto a single Game of Thrones episode.
Yeah, he was a really fun guy, huh? He was a puritanical dictator, more like it, who ruled like a CrossFit coach with unresolved childhood trauma. Damn it, lift that thing! Mommy!
Also born Al Pacino.
Really?
Al Pacino, who proved that if you yell every line loud enough, you'll eventually win an Oscar. Hooah!
The more they bring me back, they take me back in. Fredo, it was you. Yes, and Renee Zellweger, who's played everything from Bridget Jones to Judy Garland. Wait, is that Renee Zellweger? I didn't know she was Judy Garland. Anyway,
Today in 1859, construction began on the Suez Canal, a narrow man made waterway connecting the Red Sea to the Mediterranean and making global shipping slightly less terrible.
yes, until one giant fat boat got stuck there in 2021 and took down half of the world's economy, which is the nautical version of, I accidentally hit reply all. Well, in 1915, the Anzac troops landed at Gallipoli, a mission that was brave, bloody, and badly mismanaged. I think that was a slaughter, wasn't it?
It was the military version of trying to back into a parking space while blindfolded and being shot at.
Not fun, been there. It failed miserably, but somehow still gave us Anzac Day, whatever the hell that is, which is now Australia's version of Memorial Day, but with better snacks. Hey, it's Anzac Day! Hot dogs for everyone! Oh, actually, Roo dogs.
In 1953, on this day, Watson and Crick announced the double helix structure of DNA, unlocking the code to all life on Earth, and eventually leading to 23andMe telling you you're 6% Swedish.
Yes, before they lost all your information to some hacker in Russia. Of course, they made this discovery using Rosalind Franklin's research without giving her proper credit. Sounds familiar, Elon. Because even in molecular biology, men still be stealing group projects. Oh, by the way, Watson and Crick, that's also a bar downtown, isn't it? Hey, let's go down to Watson and Crick.
Uh, yes, I have a
Bangers and
pint.
mash.
Let's have a pint.
The
Some,
Carnation Revolution in Portugal.
I had some spotted dick.
Oh, not more of that, please. I'm full up. You know that Portugal's dictatorship ended today in 1974 with the
It did, Dave?
It did. It's still going on, but it ended. And
Oh,
they did it with bing, 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 flowers. Literally, protesters placed carnations in soldiers' gun barrels. And then, oh boy, did it get ugly.
it was peaceful, it was poetic, and it's the only coup in history with a built-in Mother's Day promo.
When you care to send the very best. Meanwhile, in America, we can't even switch the Wi-Fi password without starting a civil war.
In 1986, Mswati III became king of Eswatini at age 18. While most teenagers were failing driver's tests, he was becoming a monarch.
Wow, Mswati. Now,
Mswati.
yeah, is that something to do with mosquitoes? Anyway,
Eswatini.
oh, right. Well, it's a fun fact. He once renamed the country because people kept confusing Swaziland with Switzerland. Must have been the guards outside the Vatican that, did it. You're from Swaziland, right? Which is fair. One's landlocked and the other has cheese.
Both have dudes in elaborate hats, though.
And really antiquated uniforms. You know, the Marlboro Man, the smoker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the guy who used to be on the commercials, he died of lung cancer. The Marlboro Man campaign launched today in 1955, convincing millions of Americans that inhaling burning paper made you manly, especially if you were wearing chaps.
He was rugged, stoic, rode a horse, smoked on it, probably smoked the horse.
Yeah, and tragically, several Marlboro men, I think I'd said this before, died of smoking-related illnesses. Moral of the story, don't take health advice from a cartoon cowboy, or one that's on a commercial.
Yes. In 2014, today, the Always brand launched its Like a Girl campaign, turning an insult into a powerful message of empowerment.
Yeah, I don't think we can make fun of this one. It was one of the few ads that made people cry instead of Google
Mesothelioma.
Yeah, okay. You got, yeah, I should have given you that line. Still, the commercials were a room full of grown men said, oh, without involving puppies.
It's time for
Rise
our
Donuts.
sponsor break. Today's episode of Touring History is proudly brought to you by Rise Donuts in Wilton, Connecticut, home of handcrafted small batch donuts that are so good you'll willingly wait in line with a guy named Chad who just got back from a juice cleanse.
That's right. And if you're lucky, you can see Blake Lively behind the counter working the donut maker without a hairnet. Head. Rise Donuts doesn't just make donuts, they make edible art. These things are like a Michelin-starred chef and your childhood nostalgia had a deep-fried baby.
Seriously, these donuts are so fluffy, they've been banned from low Earth orbit for being a flight risk.
You know, a donut's legit when people in Connecticut wake up before 8 a.m. on a Saturday to get them. That's basically a statewide miracle because it is the size of my thumb.
Follow them on Instagram at Rise Donut, RiseDoughnut.
That's
But be
not.
warned, the photos will haunt your dreams and destroy your willpower.
Oh, they've got everything. Classic glaze, pistachio rose, even a brown butter crumb that tastes like a hug from your grandmother, if she had access to a commercial kitchen and a degree from Le Cordon Bleu.
That's Rise Donuts, located in Wilton, Connecticut. Go early, go hungry, go home with a dozen, and zero regrets.
That's right, Lane. Rise Donuts. The only time you'll say, this is the greatest day of my life, before 9 a.m.
Now back to the show.
That's right.
In 1792, on this day, the French used the guillotine for the first time. It was introduced as a more humane way to execute people, which is true if your only other options were wolves.
Oh, that's right. It was fast, clean, and French. Basically, a croissant of death. Merci. May I have another? Oh, I lost my head. Sorry.
Oh,
I know.
très bien. What happened in 1945, Dave?
Oh, this is a sad one. Dachau concentration camp was liberated. Yes, on this date, U.S. troops liberated the Dachau concentration camp in 1945, freeing more than 30,000 people from one of the most horrific Nazi prisons.
It's a solemn moment and a reminder that history is not just quirky hats and funny mustaches. Sometimes it's trauma, and we need to remember it.
That's right, because forgetting is how we end up with people saying, well, actually, the Nazis had a good fashion sense, right?
They didn't. And even if they did, no outfit justifies genocide.
Well, who's that designer that did all the Gestapo uniforms? He's still
It
in
might be Hugo
Hugo
Boss.
Boss. That's right. Nobody really
Yes.
knows that one. Yeah. What happened up in space in 1990, Lane?
Oh, well, going back to the cosmos today in 1990, the Hubble Space Telescope sent back its first images and they were blurry.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get on my goggins because someone forgot to check the mirror. That's
Oh,
right.
call back.
Oh, well, we launched a $1.5 billion telescope into space with the same precision as Dad using a flip phone. How do you get this thing to work? Oh, here's another sad note. In 2009, B. Arthur dies. I loved her fashion sense. It was just one caftan after another. In 2009, B. Arthur, that's right, went to the Golden Girl heaven. A Marine, a feminist. She was a Marine, wasn't she? A feminist icon, and the reason sarcasm is considered a love language. Ooh.
She gave us Dorothy Zbornak, 90% eye roll, 10% withering judgment.
Really, Arthur? She didn't suffer fools. She gave him homework. Well, what happened in 2019, Lane?
Oh, yeah. Well, and finally for today, in 2019, Avengers Endgame premiered and shattered global box office records, Dave.
Ooh, wow, it made 2.8 billion, that's right, with a B, and I still don't understand the time travel business.
Don't worry, neither did the writers. They just said quantum and kept moving.
Yeah, quantum.
So
Well,
that was April 25th. Dictators
right.
fell, DNA rose, the guillotine made its debut, and B. Arthur made heaven significantly sassier.
Oh boy, did she ever. Join us tomorrow on Touring History, where we'll dive into another day of human achievement, disaster, and the occasional $1 million golf challenge.
Until then, stay curious.
And if you see a man smoking on a horse, maybe just walk the other way. See ya.
Hi, everybody.